Hello and welcome to Divinely Guided 999. My name is Lynetta, and before I get started into this reading, I ask and give thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. So, there is a need for you to do more inner work and focus on yourself to attract the partner you truly desire. I feel this is also like you manifesting the partner that you desire. And when you do so, be sure that you speak well when doing so. Make sure that the divine presence and protection around love and bringing in a support and positive partner has a role in the person that you are manifesting. So speak well with what it is that you're desiring out of someone so that you will not have someone that is unfaithful, or you will be in a weak-minded place to even know what it is that you truly desire. So it's now is the beginning of action and taking initiative when it comes to what it is that you want. You could have been longing for something new, something that actually has, like I said, something that is like divinely guided, a relationship that's like divinely guided, that has the divine presence, protection, love, and support and positivity, as I was saying. And it's due to you dealing with unfaithful, unfaithful connections where you could have been in a weak minded space at some point. And because of that, you fell for things that you shouldn't have fell for. I need to drink me some tea. Weak minded. I keep saying weak minded. And that's exactly why it's more inner work that needs to be done, because you could still be feeling weak minded, feeling as if though maybe that you cannot attract the things that you desire out of someone. But when you put in that inner work so that you can attract what you desire out of a partner, you will be closer than you've ever been because you're actually working on yourself. So if you have been in the place of being doubtful and feeling as if though you can't track your type of person that you want for yourself, you need to switch your energy around and instead be positive. And I feel like this is not really necessarily being in a negative space because of feeling like you can't attract the partner that you want, but this has to do with you needing more work to be done on yourself, because it's some things that you are not okay with, some things that you still need to heal from and work on. And healing does not stop. That's a continuous thing. We always got to heal every day, because it's things that trigger you that you thought that you was healed from, but really you're not, until it happens and you realize it's hitting a certain spot. So this has nothing to do with you feeling like you can't attract the person that you want. It's that you need to work on yourself more so you can be familiar with who you are. Because right now, this may not be something that you are doing at this time. And the priorities to even manifest the true desirable person that you want isn't right there. This is something that you're not thinking about. You probably even gave up on it. And in your younger years, you probably was more what's the word I'm looking for? You probably was more you probably was just looking forward to connections more than you are now. And it's because of having unfaithful relationships, and I feel like you're more familiar with being in unfaithful relationships and you don't want to deal with those problems. And look at all this. So this is gonna be all of, yeah, you don't want to deal with these problems. It's things that you're not being present and intuitively led when it comes to making decisions in your past relationships, because you could have been in a weak-minded space, as I said before, to where you fail for things. So someone could have presented themselves one way just to realize that they wasn't who they said that they were. And I say that because these cards came out sideways like this. So yeah, and they wasn't who they say that they were. This is someone that did not prioritize the relationship that you two had. Instead, this person is someone that was wishy-washy. Sometimes this person wanted to be more in control with this relationship. This is someone that you could have been talking to in your younger years, and this could have been a connection that lasts up into your adult years. Like it had longevity here, but it was a lot of in and outs. And this is someone that you stuck with because of being familiar. And it's like you felt like you'd rather be with someone that you already know instead of getting with someone new and having to accept the problems that come with that relationship. You felt like you'd rather stay with the one that you with and deal with whatever problems that relationship may have had. Yeah. But in the past, this person, this person, you didn't see this person as being manipulative. And the reason why is because you wasn't in touch with your intuition in the past. So this person didn't even have to manipulate you, or at least you didn't feel like you was manipulated. But this is someone that you are relieving yourself from, or have relieved yourself from. And the universe wants you to know that, what is that? I just heard it. What do you say? Miss one bus, next 15 one coming. Yeah, Gucci Mane. Want you to know that this is not the only person that you have to deal with. You know, it's others out there, and it's others that it's others that can be for you, because you could have dealt with connections that weren't for you. And as I said, this past person that you dealt with, this person didn't have to manipulate you, because you felt good just about being with this person and being around this person. It was a sense of contentment with yourself and the life that you had lived at that time. But I feel like things have changed. And back then, you was not having priorities over your life like how you're trying to have the priorities over your life now. And that's why, in order for you to attract the desired person that you want, you have to do more work on yourself. And with sign right here, this is your sign. Or you could have been seeing signs that it's time for you to begin the action that is necessary for you to take initiative on working on things that you need healing from, things that are coming forward. You probably realize that it's some things that are coming forward that you recognize that you need to work on. Okay, so in your younger years, I feel like this person, you viewed this person in a more positive way. And I feel like it's because you were younger. You weren't at that age of maturity to where you are at now. And now that you're at the age of maturity, you are seeing things for what it is. But in your younger years, you felt like this person had positive energy. This was someone that you viewed doing things for others, that was a protector, and that had and that was financially successful, and this person was stable. And this person could have been a father. You viewed this person as being a good father, whether you had children with this person or not. Or you could have been a good father. You could have used yourself as being this in your younger years. Excuse me. And even though those are good attributes to have, it's still things to work on, because being a rock for others could mean that you pretty much put yourself last, or you didn't expect so much from others how they expect from you, because you are a rock for others. Being that protector, being the person that has financial success, people are reliable, people are looking up to you, people are I said reliable, people are being well, relying is the word I was looking for. People are relying on you. And as I was saying before, like these relationships that you had in the past was familiar relationships that made you feel like home. And that's the reason why, um, instead of moving on, you stayed, just so it won't be any type of problems. And it could have been because of stability. It could have been because of gaining the stability and trying to keep on to the stability, and trying to hold on to the gains within a relationship. But yeah, the priority still wasn't there. So because of that, someone surrendered to this connection. And it could have been because of feeling overwhelmed, as I was saying. Being a rock for others, those are good attributes to have. Being a rock, a protector, having financial success, being a good father, and someone being stable. But at the same time, that can become overwhelming when you have others just relying on it. Even if it's just not so many people, just the person that you with, you're being relied on, and like you're solely being relied on. Meanwhile, while someone could have been unmotivated to even keep up with the stability and the gain that could be put forward in the relationship. But at the same time, someone else is being motivated to do so. So sticking with someone that had no motivation to keep things or even progress things any further. But meanwhile, someone else is here trying to keep things stable and constantly gain things and keeping the motivation. King is in reverse. So this is someone that was not in the best space. They couldn't show up for themselves in the way that they needed to, probably because of due to depression and overwhelmed by doing so much for others. but no longer doing things for others, because it's like people felt the need to feel as if though it's something that um instead of being thankful and grateful, it's like being taken advantage of. That's what it is. Yeah. So relieving self from becoming overwhelmed from being the rocks to others. But like I said, the universe wants you to know that it's more out here. You know, like I said, miss one, next 15, one coming with 888 right here. And it speaks of abundance, prosperity, and financial success. You know, sticking around with someone because someone is familiar and feels like home, even though this is someone that is unmotivated, is not the shared, it's not the shared, what am I looking for? Not beliefs, but it's not the well, it's not the same equal give and take. One person is unmotivated while the other person is motivated. But like I said, this is past energy where you weren't viewed, or this person didn't have to manipulate you because you were in your younger years. You didn't come into your maturity like how you are now. You were content, you know, and at the same time, it's like being impatient for what? Because of wanting more, wanting stability, wanting to keep up with the stability, and while still wanting more. So that was that motivation, that push, that drive to keep you going. And at the time, it felt good. And moving like that gave you a sense of contentment with yourself and with the life that you wanted to create for yourself as well. But this is a sign that it's time for you to take the leadership that is needed when it comes to manifesting the, not even manifesting, because manifesting is like you scripting it, you know, whatever. But for you to attract the person that you desire, you have to take that leadership, and it starts with you working on yourself. It starts with you working on yourself. um the person in your past that I was speaking of, this is a person that you may have a child or children by this person, as I was saying, with good father being out here. Or you may be this person that is the good father, and someone that is an empath. Like you feel people on a major level. But let's see if any more messages need to come out. Yeah, it's time for you to take leadership over your life and become active. Get active in the lifestyle that you want for yourself. You or you being the rock for others. You know what I mean? You're no longer doing that. It's people are feeling like it's broken promises. Like you're not keeping your bargain of the deal. And because of that, you know, in your relationship, even though it was something that you were familiar with, someone that you've been with for a long period of time and felt like home, it still was like investments that was not being made because of someone being unmotivated. And the gains and the stabilities that you want, it can be had. It's just it's going to have to be had with someone new, someone that shares that same motivation as you, that same drive, that same ambition, you know, and surrendering to being that reliable, trusted person that people can depend on, because that is probably what led you into depression, anyways. You know, and then when your car ran out of gas, who was there? Because everyone was dependent on you, and that caused you to feel overwhelmed. But the The partner that you're wanting to attract, this is someone that you will meet later in life. And it's after going through this, if you haven't went through this already. Yeah, like I said, being unmotivated, someone being unmotivated, and that's why the investments in a connection couldn't go so far, is because someone being unmotivated, reliant on the other instead of it being a, like a together thing. Yep, in this new relationship, you're going to run into this when you're out socializing, when you're going out, when you're getting out more, when you're starting to live that lifestyle. And I don't mean out clubbing. I mean like actually working on yourself, whether that's you getting out in nature more, you grounding, and you doing the things that is necessary for your soul. You're doing the things that is necessary for you to heal. You know, that's when this new relationship, or it could possibly start off as a friendship where you meet someone while you're out doing things that are good for you. You're working on yourself and you're doing the inner work on yourself. And it may start off as a friendship and could lead into something more. Yeah. The depression that was had was only due to wanting the same thing in return, wanting to have that good fortune as well as wanting to have that love and within the relationship, but feeling like it was being done all by yourself. And someone thought that you were dumb enough to hold on to something, especially if this is someone that you have a child or children for, and if these are family members that were relying on you too, all because of them being family. And that's why it was a shock, as if though, oh, you broke your promises, but really you were leaving yourself from the overwhelming that people have caused you. Because this abundance, prosperity, and financial success, it can't come from not putting in the work. It can't come from not looking closely, not paying attention to the details. Like I said, like I believe, what did I say at the start of this reading? Like once you pay attention, or it was something about being close. And this is speaking of being around someone or others, that you have to be careful with how you invest yourself with these people, because these people or this person is because they're reliant on you. And if you keep giving to this, then with this occupation card coming out in reverse, and you're not paying attention to the details with what is going on, and you're not looking closely, then that's going to take you away from putting in the work to reach this abundance, prosperity, and success and love, is because you're constantly giving. So there's a Libra out here. This person is someone who is impatient. This person is selfish but ambitious, ambitious at the same time. As I was saying, when your car run out of gas, who's gonna be there for you? Who gonna meet up with you with the gas to help you work everything out? That's where this overwhelm and depression comes from. Constantly being there for someone or others. But it's like, where do this person or others show up for you at? So that's why it's time for you to pay attention closely to the details. You got to show up for yourself and work on yourself. I'm trying to figure out how should I take these cards that came up on my chest. Let me ask my pendulum because I don't want to take it the wrong way. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna take them reverse. So, yeah, this is relieving yourself from relationships or a relationship so that you can get into a relationship that is approval of that, or how should I say this, that the universe approves of, because this is a partner that you attracted by working on yourself and becoming the best you that you've ever been. And as I was saying, that it's like this is a sign from the universe that it's okay to end a relationship that you're familiar with, that feels like home. And for some of y'all, this is something that you've been a part of for a very long time, ever since you, before you even became an adult. Like, this is how much time that has been invested within this relationship, and it's okay for you to, even if you are being made out to be like someone that can't be trusted because you may have broken promises from someone else's perspective, and you're no longer being reliable. That's okay, because you don't want to be in any type of relationship where you have to be cautious in. You want to be in a relationship that is a feel good factor, but not on, let me rephrase that, because some relationships can feel good and then it be toxic. You know what I'm saying? But it feels good because both people come together that have done the work on themselves. So then they can indeed have a sense of contentment, not only with they self, but with the life that they both have, both together and individually as well. Because, see, doubting yourself on if it's things that you need to work on, or when you should start working on it, if you do, that's going to steep, I said steep, that's going to keep you stuck. That's going to keep you stuck being with someone because of what you're familiar with, and you're not wanting to put in the work. Because let's keep it real, if you don't put the work in, who you going to be with? You're going to be with somebody that you know that is familiar with you, that you know that has no problem with putting up with whatever comes in the relationship. But when you work on yourself and you put yourself in a better position of an individual, then you can attract that same person that you becoming. So there is a need for you to do more inner work and focus on yourself to attract the partner that you truly desire. So that is the reading for today. I thank you all for watching, and I close out this reading giving thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. And I'll see y'all in the next one.